And the NCAA Men's Championship game is set for tonight, and there was an upset yesterday in the Women's NCAA Championship game. Joining me now, Charlotte Sports Live's Mike Lissette. Mike, good morning. Always great to talk to you. Let's go ahead and just talk about the heartbreak from the Duke Blue Devils. Cooper Flagg had a great look.
He certainly did. Actually, and he kind of cheated too. If you noticed, on that way, he kind of hooked his opponent with an offensive foul there. They didn't call it, but man, you can't get a better look than that. 3 feet, 4 feet from the rim, and it was just short. I mean, look, there's a lot of debate right now. Was it a comeback or was it a meltdown? And we were talking about it last night on Charlotte Sports Live. I think a little bit of both can be true. I mean, obviously, Houston had to hit a three-pointer. They had to get that tip dunk. But then again, I mean, Duke turned it over. They had a big 9-point lead. They'll be talking about this for years to come in NCAA, and they'll be avoiding talking about it at Duke for years to come because it certainly hurts. This is one of those great what-ifs in Duke history. This was a great team. This was a championship-worthy team, but they picked a bad night to have some bad moments, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mike, that is one of those things where everybody is going to be talking about that. I mean, how do you regroup from something like that? Because you have all these players, you have all this hype, and now all that you're going to hear about Duke basketball until they get started again is, as you say, either the meltdown or the comeback that Houston mounted against them.
Well, I mean, the good news is for college basketball, and the bad news is I got a good feeling that next year's Duke team is going to look very different than this year's Duke team. So you get over it because you'll have different players. I mean, John Shire's the one that's going to have to kind of bathe in it for a while until he's able to get over the hump. I mean, the good news is he's, only 37 years old, so he's going to have time to regroup and add to his legacy. I mean, to get to the Final Four at this point in his young coaching career is remarkable. It absolutely stinks, but I mean, heck, Chris Webber called a timeout in 1993, and he still had a long and lengthy Hall of Fame worthy NBA career. It's not like one of those things happened to Cooper Flagg. He's going to be okay. It's just going to sting, and hopefully, if you're Cooper, you'll use it as motivation to get even better.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to only talk about this real quick because we really have no connection now to this championship game. But Florida, of course, I don't even want to talk about them being a Tennessee guy, and Houston. So what do you think is going to happen there, Mike? Well,
look, Florida grinded out a tough game to get to this point, but they had a lot of turnovers in that one. And we had talked about going into the Duke-Houston game that this probably would be the toughest test that Duke would face in the postseason. And Houston lived up to the hype and then some winning. So I think Houston will win tonight. I really do. If they play the same lockdown defense that got them to win over Duke, I have no doubt that they have what it takes to be a national champion.
All right. Now, we've got that out of the way, and I hate to have to bring it back down and talk about some more disappointment, but the ladies, South Carolina, you saw the frustration on the face from Coach Staley and everything. Now, was this a surprise? I know some people were saying possible upset, but, I mean, just looking at these two teams, they were powerhouses. What were your thoughts on that game, Mike?
I mean, to see it play out the way that it did, absolutely. I mean, for UConn to win, was it a surprise? No. I mean, if South Carolina won, would it have been a surprise? No. Both teams are phenomenal talents. They have top to bottom great depth. But the way that UConn dominated, that definitely caught me by surprise, especially the way they just kept pulling away. And I mean, this was a night where USC just did not have it. I mean, USC is a team that grinds it out, that plays low, that scores in the post. They usually average about, 46 points a game in the paint. This game, they were held to about 26 versus UConn's 36. They were out USC'd, let's put it that way. UConn was much more physical with them, and they set the tone, and USC just did not recover. It was certainly frustrating to watch for Dawn Staley. You saw her on the bench at one point, and she just was losing her mind because UConn was having their way with her team, and there was nothing that she could do about it.
Yeah, and the great thing, like you said, Mike, the good thing about this is there's two great coaches at those schools. So I know that the season may not have ended the way they want it, but next year they will reload and they will be back. So
It definitely says a lot about your program when you lose in the national championship game and the season's a disappointment. I mean, there's only one winner, but in college sports nowadays, if you got a powerhouse program, you are expected to win. So they'll be thinking about it for months to come.
sounds great. Charlotte Sports Live's Mike Lissette. Mike, always thank you for getting up with us this morning, and we'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Sounds good. Have a good day.